Hello. Oh, I see some comments. Yay. We are live. We are in the Shamper, the riding camper. Hello, Jeannie. Hello, Linda. Hello, Leslie. Hey, Judy. How are you? I have to move on my stuff here. Hey, Maryland. Hello, Allison and Carrie and Catherine and Lisa. Hello, Chelsea. Hello, Jane. Hello, Angie. Hey, Kate. Hello, Michelle. And hello, Jane. Jane, how are you doing? Oh, no, Jane, have you been sick? Have you been sick on us? Uh-oh. Have you been sick? Please don't tell me you're sick. Let's see. Do we have anybody here? Let's see. Do we have any YouTube friends? We do. Hey, Charlene. How are you? Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you're here. We see some YouTube people here. Hello, Mary. Hey, Tracy. How are you feeling? Girl, how you feeling? I know that you've been a little sick lately. Catherine, I've missed these. Oh, thank you. We've just been so busy and traveling, and it's just hard to do them on the road. Hey, how are you, Carly? Is it Carly? I'm gonna mess your name up every time. Help me. But I'm glad you're here. Wait, maybe like Carol? Carol. Like Cheryl, but Carol? Oh, yeah, Rowena's here, but she's in the bathroom. She's in the camper bathroom doing her bathroom duties. I could probably fix the thing. Look at these lights. They're like not very great. Let's see. Hey, Angie. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Cajun Peach decided to join us on YouTube. I've got my blanket. Our friend Edith Patchen sends me these awesome blankets for all the seasons. Rowena, you're a little loud in there. And so it's so comfy. But I also have some really great camping blankets that have been sent by everybody too. But Rowena was laying on this when we decided to come outside. So I scooped her up and brought her in there. I hope you're doing well. Let's see. Hello, Cheryl. How are you? And Miss Lauren and Leslie. Hey, girl. Let's see. Stephanie, I got your email today and I loved the picture of the cat. I'm going to have to probably steal that and put it on something sometime. Hello, Kim. How are you? She said, hey. Jane said that, I think she was a Fitzer. Dude, okay. Oh, okay. Wanted to make sure. Guess who's here? Angie. Well, what are you doing? Well, it was Rowena, but then she just darted off the table. Ow, what she's doing. Thank you so much for the coffee mug. Oh, wait. Did you get it from Patreon? Is that the coffee mug you're talking about? Oh my gosh. So anyways, for my friends that are Patreons on here, and I'm going to read the chapter 1 of Chocolate Bunny Betrayal in a minute. But also we have, it's Eddie. He's like, he just got home. So Rowena is here. We'll flip it around. I can show you. There's Rowena. She's like, is my daddy out there? What is my daddy doing? I don't know what she sees. But anyways, and there's the lights to the pond. That over there is the river. And that's the lights across the street. But we have been working in the camper today, and then I went inside and we ate. And then Eddie, I don't know if y'all can see it. We might have to turn the lights out. But see, he's in the house. So we are in back of the house. We had to move the camper from where I usually write to a different location because Eddie's barn is getting ready to be built by our friends, the Amish. But anyways, really quick, Angie, I think you're talking about the mug from Patreon. So yeah, so I thought, and our friend Marilyn is on here from Patreon as well as Kim and Leslie, all of our friends, Cheryl, Jane. So anyways, if you're on Patreon, I have the tier, or you get a prize that no matter what tier you're in. And so I thought I had checked that when they gave me that option. And so some are like stickers and some are like mugs and various things. And that comes straight from Patreon. It doesn't come from me, but I designed it and all that fun stuff. And so our friend Marilyn, who's on here tonight, she had messaged me. She's like, I've been on Patreon for a while. When am I getting that mug? And I'm like, oh my gosh, good question. I don't know how that really works because I'm fly by the seat of my pants. And so I messaged them. They're like, oh, well, you never hit the submit button to join the program. And I'm like, I'm totally in on the program. I'm in on everything. You name it, I am in for it. And so they did it, and now everybody's starting to get their merchandise, and I am getting emails about it. So I'm having a wonky hair day. But anyway, so I've been getting some emails about it, and I think you're one of them. So I'm hoping that's what you're talking about, and I hope you love it. Not anybody has it. It's just on our Patreon. And someone's texting me. Oh, it's Verizon, thanking me for my payment. So I'm like, oh dear God. Let's see. We have Catherine. Me too. Oh, I'm so glad that y'all are here. This is great. Carol, that's what I thought. Thank you so much. Hey, Federica. It is late over across the pond, but we are so glad that you are here. We will be doing our book club on Patreon since you're here on the 29th of March that we had to postpone. So the 29th of March. So put it on your calendar. How nice it is to be with like-minded people. Thank you so much. We love being here. We are a great community. We have so much fun. Kim said that her Facebook is out, so she switched over. Hello, Kristen Steele. Oh my gosh, girl. I picked up my mail, and from you, thank you for the package. Rowena loves the Tunnel of Love. I have a video of it, and I'm going to be posting that tomorrow on Facebook. But as you're here, and I will be also sending you a thank you, something in the mail for that. That was very sweet. Thank you. We loved all our prezzies, and it was so cute because in her card, since Jane is here, she said that Jane had beat her to the punch of sending Rowena the mat that Rowena loves. But Rowena loves her Tunnel of Love, and it is so cool. And my son, Cody, and his girlfriend, Madison, came over last night. And, they have my two grand kittens, and she was like, oh my gosh, I want one of those so bad. So I am on the hunt to find my grand kittens a Tunnel of Love. Let's see, Jane, I need something's going on with you. I can't remember exactly. Yes, we're so glad you are doing much better. Hey, sis, are you in Florida? This is my cousin Sissy. We all know Sissy. Are you in Florida still? She was in Florida. I was in Florida over the weekend with my friend Kate, Kate's here. We were there for a reader conference, and it was a masked conference, which I didn't mind. I'm usually not used to wearing masks anymore, but since my parents are elderly, then I like wearing my masks. So sis, let me know, are you still in Florida? I hope you are having fun. And did you go see the Eagles? Oh, do y'all watch the Eagles on the Eagle Cam down in Florida? Oh my gosh, Harriet is missing. I don't think she's coming back, y'all. I don't think she's coming back. Just finishes. Oh yeah, what'd you think about that ending? Oh, people are like, oh, yeah. I mean, you knew he had to come to town. You knew that Dottie had something up her sleeve with him. Oh, my gosh. Wait until you read the next book in the series. But tonight, we are going to actually read chapter 1 of Chocolate Bunny Betrayal. So stay tuned. Fred and Meg are here. Hello, Meg. Everyone might know Meg. Actually, Meg helps. Her and Karen both run our book club here on Facebook where we read a Tanya Kappas book, and it's usually the release. And you might be able to put a link here. I don't know, Meg, on the next book club. And Meg is amazing. She comes up with all the questions and just fabulous. So, and we love Fred. And Fred, here's Rowena. Oh, speaking of, I'm doing a giveaway. Did I not do my banner? Oh, we're going to do a fun giveaway tonight. Oh, look at that banner. I love it. So we're going to do a fun giveaway tonight because the giveaway's here. So let's go with the giveaway and then we'll say hello to some more people. So we are giving away this Chunky Monkey box set. This is book 7, 8, and 9 in the Killer Coffee series because you know we have another book coming out. We have 2 books, maybe 3 books coming out in this series this year. I totally forget. I cannot remember all the books coming out. But anyway, so I'm giving away this book and it is so cute. I mean, Eddie does such a great job. So let me tell y'all something. I was at that book signing this weekend and I've taken these and sold out. This is one that I have in my own collection because I keep my own stack of books. Come here, girl. What are you doing? She's like, I'm seeing what my daddy's doing. But anyways, and so I could not believe people were buying these up. They bought them all up. And I was like, wow, that is crazy. I had no idea these were so popular in print, but people love them. They're Chunky Monkey. And Eddie, he does such a good job of putting them together. But I do have something else to say about that. And I don't know if my friend Kate, who is here, realizes this, but I'll tell her in a minute. But anyway, so he put all the little coffee mugs in the front of each chapter. They are so cute. So I'm giving away this along with a Tanya Kappas tote. Again, love my totes. I just love that green color. And I'm giving away the entire bag that we got from the conference. So the bag is called Coastal Magic Conference, and I sponsored the bags along with some other awesome authors that are also on here. And in the bag there is there's mainly romance. So there was like a handful of cozy authors, but not very many. This is a audiobook by Lisa Kessler. It's I think it's a paranormal called the Moon series. So that's in there. There is a cup with another author by the name, I don't know. It says contemporary, steamy, and dramatic romance. Here is a fan from Karen Rose, which if you guys like thriller, you might know Karen. This is a fan that she put in all the bags. And I think it like closes up in here somehow, but at risk of me like breaking it. Also, here's a little package from is this Hildy McQueen? Yeah, Hildy McQueen. It's got some lip glosses and some Tic Tacs and some kind of bookmark over here with a little cute little thing on it. She writes, I think, Scottish men romance. Let's see. You don't want that. Let's see. There is some of this stuff has some of it is got codes on it for free books. So if you win this, you want to make sure that you read all these things because some of them have a code for a free book. And then, different things that you can get off of their website. So here's something, that you get. Oh, this is a spicy romance. Yeah, I ain't gonna get that from me. This one's kind of has something. Rowena, what are you doing? So this is another bookmark. It says something kind of sassy on it, and we're not going to show that. But there's all this stuff has a lot of things. This is from Julie Moffat. So she creates cozy mystery. She was there, and she took a picture of me. Oh my gosh, I got to find it because she sent it to me through a text. Because she's got my number. So she sent me this cute picture because they had this cutout of, that's my sister. She gotta know I'm on. She's gonna call back. She calls back a million times. She calls me every morning at 6:30. She calls me in the afternoon on her way to work in the morning at 8. She calls me at 6:30 when she gets up because she did the Wordle and shows that she's beaten me. She does the Quirtle. Have you ever heard of the Quirtle? The Quirtle is something that is crazy. It is. Let me show you the Quirtle. I mean, I never get it because I'm just not that smart. But the daily Quirtle. So this is the Quirtle, and there's 5 Wordles or something, and you only get so many chances. So that's the Quirtle. And so she sends me the Quirtle and she's like, "Ooh, I got the Quirtle." And I'm like, I'm not even touching the Quirtle. But let's go back up to Julie Moffat and show you the funny picture. So, it was romance. So Julie and I, write cozy. Well, she doesn't write necessarily all the cozy. But the funny thing about it is that they have all of these things. It's my sister again. Hold on. Sister, I am on live with Facebook.
Oh, you are? I'm sorry. Okay,
She's like, Dieter, what are you doing? So she's like, oh, I'm sorry. Goodbye. So she doesn't have Facebook. So she doesn't get on Facebook. Look who we see. She's like, I see my daddy. You see you, daddy? What's he doing? Look at that chunky little belly. She is so cute, aren't you? So anyway, there's all these like cutouts of like there's a man in a kilt there, like a model at this conference. There's all sorts of things. And so there was like this guy cut out. And so Julie, you could put your face in the woman's face. So Julie said, get up there and get a picture. And so there's my face and I'm so she texted it to me because it's funny. Okay. So, anyways, that entertains me. So, anyways, so that's kind of conference. Also, there was this book by David Slayton. It's called The Trailer Park Trickster. And I have not read his books, but I watched him in a panel. He was very funny and entertaining. And he grew up in a trailer park, like in Wyoming or something. So it is hysteric. He was funny. So I got that. And then this one says, Weirdos, not all dogs are lassies. I don't know what this is about, but it looks awfully cute. Ooh, there's another like steamy man on this cover. I don't know if that's any good. This is just a part of the prizes that you're getting. Lots more bookmarks with a lot of this is really pretty. This is a really pretty bookmark. And then like this is Deborah Blake. She was I don't know her. I never heard of her, but she has a cozy series. I don't think she writes in it anymore, but still. And then here's like a tag. So, and then here's a really fun one that color and book. I mean, a color and there's magnets, there's ink pens, more. Gosh, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here, guys. See, so this is what you're going to win. You're going to win all that. Here's like a chip clip and a bottle opener, I think. Oh, look, these are fingernail files. I'm like, somebody put a matchbook in there? I haven't seen a matchbook in years. And more. Oh, and there's stickers. There's pens. Oh, there's a poker chip. I don't know what that is, but maybe, it said bring the chip to the table to get something. Well, you're not going to be able to do that because we're not there. So, and then there's a bag. There's ink pens. There's some soap with somebody's name on it. There's a keychain. Oh, Julie Moffat. We love Julie. We all understand Julie. She writes our stuff. I love vampires. Like there's all sorts of stuff. So that's what you're going to win tonight. It's a one lucky commenter, and we'll pull the name. So, but from me, you're getting Big Chunky Monkey and the book bag. So, then we're going to turn around. Let you look at Rowena one more time because she has her paw up, and that means she's going to kick some booty. Hey, Ro. She's like, let me out. My daddy's home. She loves Eddie so much. But we were in here today working and doing a lot of things. So anyways, I'm going to go back there and say hello to some more people. And if you have any questions, throw them in there before I start reading our chapter. The chapter is kind of chunky long. It's like 17 pages. I have a ghost glow in the dark blanket. Oh, I love that. I love that. Hey, girl. How are you? Happy Tuesday. Hello, April. How are you? Angie said, yes, that's where it came from. Thank you, Angie. I'm so glad that you got it. And I hope it's in one piece. Rowena is on guard duty. Dad is good. He's ornery. Yes, we'll tell Eddie hello. I'm finally feeling better. Sounds like a bunch of us were sick. Hi, Eddie and Rowena. In case this can't stay long, she's hosting tonight's event. She has an event to host. Jane said, mug, what mug? So yes, Jane, after you have been a Patreon member for so many months, you get merchandise from Patreon. I think you started after, but you'll still get it. They're just now processing them. So you should be getting one. Ho fun. Yes, Linda, you should be getting one as well. Let's see. Cajun said hi to Tiffany because I think some of our friends they're all friends on YouTube. If you guys haven't been on YouTube, you need to go to YouTube. Brilliant. I can't wait for the book to discuss. Hello, Charlene. How are you? Hello. Oh, Chris says I can look and see if they have all these special. Oh, I love all these. Jenna has formats: a Hanukkah one, a Halloween one, a Christmas one, and the same one Rowena got. Well, Rowena still loves it. Love the Eagle Cam. I'm sad to hear about Harriet. Yes, me too. I could not believe it. Let's see if Sissy had an update. Did Sissy have an update down through here? There's a lot of things going in. Who is Mr. Pitt? Rowena, that is my cat. Welcome, Mr. Pitt. We're glad you're here. We are here because we are book lovers and we are readers. And so that is why we are live on our Facebook page and our Instagram. So what a great bag. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Some spicy reading, spicy. But anyways, I wanted to read a little bit of Chocolate Bunny Betrayal. This series is quickly becoming fun for me to write and just love it. And so I'm tomorrow in the morning, every first of the month, I have a coffee chat with my Patreons while I'm drinking my coffee. And I'm going to tell them tomorrow that I'm going to start the new daily serial. They've already read Chocolate Bunny Betrayal, but I want to read the new one, or I'm going to start writing the new one. It's called, let's see. Hello, Rowena. She's like, I'm going to get in your way. The new one, I don't think I can probably pull that up. Because I think it's going to be fun to write. I have no idea when I'm even going to actually publish. I mean, I don't even know. It's not even up for pre-order. So I don't even know if it's going to be published this year or next year. But this is the next one that I'm going to be writing in our Patreon group. And I'm going to start writing it this coming month. Oh, Santa Claus surprise. How cute is that? I can't wait. So I write it and my Patreon gets it as I write it. So, and then I publish it after, when it goes to editing and all that good stuff. So I'm going to announce that tomorrow in our group, which if you're here tonight, you got the free sneak preview of what we're going to be writing about. Not that I'm ready to write about Christmas, but I just love that cover. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it just gives me all the feels. And I love that series and I love Violet. So with that said, I am going to pop up this awesome, fun cover, and it's going to cover up my face as I read, which I don't care. Let's see, we'll pick this one. This is cute. Our friend Karen has been working on all these amazing. I wonder if I do this, will it do something different? Nope, still the same. See, I'm trying to do all these different layouts, but it's just gonna cover. Peeky Boo, I see you. All right, so let's read a little bit. I probably could scooch over this way. Or if y'all want to look at Rowena and me as I read. So, okay. So I'm going to read a little bit. So bear with me because I haven't read it in a long time. So here we go. This is all wrong. Mama scraped the side of the big pot that sat atop of one of the mini stoves in the incubator, a kitchen that amateur chefs and bakers used in the back of the Freedom Diner. You didn't put enough water in the boiler. Nate Lustig, the diner's owner and the head honcho of the incubator, stood over Mama's shoulder, giving her pointers. See? He lifted the double boiler and had Mama look inside. All gone, evaporated. He clapped, making her jump. We can fix it, though. Nate grabbed a few ingredients and some heavy cream. He poured them in while Mama vigorously stirred. I was too busy with my own dark chocolate concoction to worry about what Mama was doing. The small bunny molds would be perfect for the dark chocolate treats I'd planned to give out at the friends I'd make in Holiday Junction while working at the Easter egg dyeing station for the Hip Hop Parade Easter Festival. It was my first Easter here, and with the huge town bake-off to celebrate the holiday, I'd agreed to come with Mama to the incubator. She entered the bake-off and could perfect her Easter dirt cake here. She claimed the chocolate bunnies she was going to outline the cake with would make her the design the winner. Hey, Rowena, you're going to have to move. Sorry. Which was why she insisted on getting the melted chocolate right. The sound of the aerosol can of this cooking spray I was using to coat the bunny molds combined with the whirl of mixers and the blender, the clanging of pots and pans and sizzling of pans on the stove, and the clinking of utensils other people were using. Nate moved around the kitchen and gave the occasional shout or conversation between himself and one of the bakers. Though this was his weekly baking class, most of the bakers in the incubator were also contestants in the big bake-off. When I'd heard the squeak of the oven doors opening and closing and the beeping of timers going off, I looked around to see who had either started or ended the baking process. Frances Green had called Nate over to test the cake she'd taken out of the oven. She was one of Mama's toughest competitors. Nate's fork slid through the slice of chocolate cake. He put it in his mouth and raked the tines along the bottom of his teeth. As he looked of pure bliss, forced his eyes to close. Now we will take this off so I can continue reading. Perfect, Nate said. He let out a small sigh of contentment and then took another bite of the moist, fluffy cake. Frances clapped in delight. The lines around her mouth deepened as her smile grew. She pushed back a few of the loose strands of gray hair that had fallen out of her top knot and straightened her shoulders as her inner confident baker came out. It was no secret that Frances had won the bake-off last year and was here with the passion to win again, making the competition fierce. Well, for Mama at least. And when I caught Mama looking at Frances, I saw a fire in Mama's eye, one I'd seen before, the kind of spark that gave her a challenge, and that was what she lived for. Frances reached around her waist and untied her apron before she tossed it into the dirty hamper. The perfect balance of sweetness and chocolate in every bite. Nate bit into the treat again, as if he needed to back up his statement. Every bite, he said. Thank you. Frances slid her gaze over to Mama with a wry smile. This isn't even the recipe I'm going to enter into the contest. By the smile on your face, you look like you've got some special going on. Willa Johnson pulled her shoulders back up to her ears and she blushed. I do, Frances whispered loudly enough for me to make out the words that piqued my interest. But I can't tell anyone yet, she winked. Good for you. Willa conveyed her excitement in a touch above a hushed tone. You deserve it, especially after all the time you've put into Holiday Junction. I turned my body slightly so I could hear them a little better, but I wasn't quick enough. Frances's phone alarm sounded and she took the phone out of her apron pocket. I'll be back later to make one for the competition, she said. I'm going to be late for the auditions if I don't get out of here now. Frances's smile never faltered from when Willow asked about the special someone. In fact, Frances's smile got bigger, and as she walked closer to Mama, I got even more curious. I see you've made some hollow chocolate bunnies. I bet they are so good. Frances looked over at Mama's shoulder. I love a good chocolate bunny. Frances pointed to the 10 molds Mama had made to surround her cake with the first time around. Would you like one? Mama asked. I'd love one. Thank you, Millie Kay. Frances scanned down the line, trying to decide which bunny looked appetizing to her. How do you know chocolate bunnies are my favorite? She asked Mama. Just a guess. I have one special just for you. Mama bent down and took one out of her baking case that she brought from home. Mama had been baking at home. It has eyes and a little candy cane nose. Oh, it doesn't say candy cane. And a little candy nose. Frances took the one Mama had made at home for practice. Mama had even put pastel sugar candy buttons on the chocolate bunny for more detail for the nose, the eyes, and teeth. These are adorable, Frances yelped. Thank you. Mama was proud of what she'd done at home, but today she couldn't even melt the chocolate properly, much less make any sort of bunnies to go around her cake. I'll eat this while I go judge the annual bunny competition. I can guarantee there are going to be some big changes around here, and some people aren't going to like them. Frances waved the chocolate bunny in the air on her way out the door. And you better hurry up, Millie Kay. Mama, that was nice of you, I said, and I wanted her to know that I was proud of her since she'd been yammering on and on about Frances being tough competition for her. Mama intentionally cleared her throat to make me look at her. It was her way of telling me that she didn't want me to mention the kind gesture again unless it was necessary. Well, have to come back later. I have to get to the Easter Bunny auditions in about 5 minutes. And you have to take the photos, she said, reminding me of the article that I was doing for the Junction Journal. I glanced up at the clock on the wall and checked the time. The past few hours had gone by fast, and I'd yet to get my mold into the refrigerator. Oh, no, Willow Johnson cried out over the hum of her mixer. Is it already time for the audition? She flipped the switch and ran her fingers down the front of her apron, leaving a chocolate streak trail down. She used a chocolate streak trail before she used the apron's bottom edge to wipe her hands down. Maximus is probably wondering where I'm at. She untied her apron, wadded it up, and placed it in the mix. Placed it next to the mixture. When she hurried off, it fell to the ground. I'll be back, she called over her shoulder and ran out of the building. Then we have to hurry, I told Mama, starting to scoop up my melted chocolate out of the pan and put it in the molds. Nate, I called. He looked up. Can I leave these in the freezer until later? I asked. We have to get to the bunny audition. I wasn't a judge like Mama. She was a new member on the village council and had the hard task of choosing the perfect bunny for the village's hip hop hooray event. I'm going to start fresh later. Mama literally tossed everything, including the top pan of the double boiler, in the large jut sack she'd used to bring all her ingredients from home. Are you ready? Mama gave me the side eye. Well, let me get these into the refrigerator and snap a few quick photos. Carefully, I picked up each mold, walked them into the test kitchen freezer, and then placed them on the shelf. Violet, let's go. Mama had already left the incubator and stood outside on the sidewalk yelling for me, swinging her baking bag back and forth. Thanks, Nate, I offered her a smile in an attempt to apologize for Mama's behavior. At times like these, she wasn't so southern and ladylike as she thought she was. I think I've lost my touch, Mama whined before she picked up her speed, swinging her arms. The weather was warm and sunny, with clear blue skies and a gentle breeze coming off the ocean. It was nice to see the beach crowded with people who had come to Holiday Junction to enjoy the holiday. Mama stopped down the seaside sidewalk on the way toward the lighthouse. We were trying to catch the trail leading up to Holiday Park where the main events of the Hip Hop Hooray Festival would take place. It was best not to say anything to her or answer her when she was like this, which I'd learned a long time ago. Instead of commenting, I grunted a few and did a little window shopping. It was fun to see how the small shops along the seashore had decorated their display windows. Easter-themed decorations such as bunnies, eggs, and pastel colors seemed to be the decor of choice. A few children darted around Mama, then around me as their parents called for them, but the excitement of the holiday chocolate was smeared all over their faces. I sucked in a deep breath and taking in the scent of the salt water mixed with sunscreen that filled the air. The sound of waves crashing on the shore was so soothing and made me smile. I'd really fallen in love with Holiday Junction without even knowing it. One big cardboard Easter bunny was duct taped to the black door of the jiggle joint. No doubt Darren Strickland had gone to such great efforts to fulfill the village council's request that all businesses in Holiday Junction put out some sort of decoration for the holiday. It took all my willpower not to open that door and slip in where Darren Strickland was working on this week's liquor order. Violet Reinhammer, Mama stopped, turned around and threw her hands on her hips and glared. What are you doing? Stop lollygagging this instant, she snapped and twirled back around, walking like one of those speed walkers at the mall. I gave one last look at the bar's door inside. Seeing Darren would have to wait. Violet, Mama yelled, her one last time, or she would scold me yell. Even though I was almost 30 years old, The leisure center will be a great place for the leading ladies to practice, and I found the perfect place. You found a place? She got my attention by changing the subject because that was a sure sign the idea had formed into more of a solid planning stage for her. I hurried up beside her with full attention. Did you hear me about the leisure center? Mama had this crazy idea that Holiday Junction needed a place for seniors to go. I'm telling you, I'd be really good at helping people my age. Your age? I questioned. You're 60. Mama had gotten the harebrained idea that Holiday Junction needed something like a senior center, only she named it a leisure center. She'd been eyeballing a few older buildings in the area, and it seemed like she'd settled on one. Or so it seemed, I guessed. We won't have to practice outside in all the elements anymore, she said, and hurried up the sidewalk leading from the seaside to Holiday Park. The sun shone brightly on this beautiful spring day as the Hip Hop Hooray Easter Festival was being held at the large park. The park was bustling. Vendors were setting up their booths on the far side of the park toward the bubbling fountain. The echo of the leading ladies inside the bowl of the amphitheater filled the air, as did the laughter of the tourists who came off the lake as they pulled paddle boats around in the large swan boats. Spring was one of my favorite seasons, and since this was my first spring here, Holiday Junction didn't disappoint. I'll be over in a few, Mom yelled at the leading ladies to let them know her itinerary. Few. Isn't it gorgeous here? Mama must have felt the light in her spirit too. After a long winter, I'm so glad to have the sunshine, she said, and tucked her arm in my elbow and pointed out what the committee had done to make this year's Hip Hop Hooray Easter Festival the best yet. And that included her participation in the Lady production, as well as taking home the Golden Egg Trophy for winning the baking competition. The park was adorned with colorful decorations and flowers hanging from baskets suspended from the planters in the carriage lights. The banners from the dowel rods fluttered in the breeze, adding to the festival's atmosphere. The large fountain in the park center was a popular spot, with children running around and splashing in the cool water. It was funny to see 7 Easter bunnies all lined up near the banquet table in various types of outfits and costumes, trying to win the coveted title to play the Easter Bunny during the entire Hip Hop Hooray Festival. They took that very seriously around here. Don't forget to get me sitting at the judges' table, Mom told me as she ran her hand over her shoulder length blonde hair with a hint of gray around the scalp. Her makeup was as perfect as she just left the makeup counter at the high end department store. Mama was very the part of the Southern lady she'd always been, even though we were no longer in the South. How do I look? She tugged on the edge of the hem of her monogrammed 3/4 length sweater as it lay against her jeans. You look fantastic, I told her, and you'll be the prettiest picture I take all day. Mama hurried over to the judge's table and sat in the chair on the far right, leaving the chair in the middle between her and Emily, the owner of Emily's Treasure, open. Frances hadn't taken her seat in the middle at the judge's table. I took the moment to snap a few shots of Mama sitting there so Frances wouldn't be in the photos, or at least I wouldn't have to crop them out if Mama was sitting over my shoulder at the office while I wrote the article. I moseyed around, slipping in and out of the crowd, milling around the park to get some action shots for the Junction Journal. There were 6 bunnies in costume now, and they were all completely different. They were also carrying baskets filled to the brim with colored eggs. Some looked to be the real dyed kind, making me shiver since I'd done my civic duty as a member of the village and volunteered for a couple of hours during the festival at the egg dyeing table. The other baskets looked like they were filled with plastic eggs, but the one bunny basket that really got my attention was the one that had 2 little baby bunnies nestled inside. Real baby bunnies. Easter Bunny, I said as I approached and wiggled my camera in the air. May I take a photo for the Junction Journal? The bunny nodded and then turned slightly, gave the little cotton tail a little wiggle, and came my way, a little hopping action. Before too long, 4 other bunnies had also hopped over, trying to get me to take their photo. They had really gotten their ability to grab a child's attention down, and my attention too. One hopped around in a playful manner, attempting to catch my eye by playing peekaboo. Another had started to clap the paws and gave a little squeal while waving at me. but the one who rattled the plastic egg, indicating that something was inside, really got me excited and then offered it to me. So it really got my attention to take that bunny's photo. I'm a sucker for an Easter candy, I teased and snapped a few photos that included all the bunnies before they hopped away. I sure didn't envy Mama, Emily, and Francis's job. They were going to have a hard time picking which one would be the best because they all looked great to me. All but the fifth one, who wore the distinctive bow tie and had not tried to come over, but was hopping toward the judge's table. Smart, I whispered and brought the camera up to my eye, using my hand to manually zoom in. In the bliss of watching the bunny stand behind Mama and tease her by trying to take her baking box, I didn't even see Darren Strickland come up behind me. Looks like someone is trying to win over Millie Kay. His deep voice and warm breath on my ear made me jump. You scared me, Darren Strickland. I playfully smacked him on the arm. I see the Mad Fiddlers are setting up after the leading ladies rehearse. I think the Merrymaker picked an excellent spot this year. Darren made a horrible joke, ignoring my comment about the Mad Fiddlers. As the editor, photographer, journalist, and pretty much the only employee at the Junction Journal, even though Mama had recently joined on as part of my research team, I had all the schedules for the holiday functions so I could take photos and report on them. And because I was Holiday Junction's secret merrymaker, it was nice to be able to have the inside scoop publicly, making the secret job even much easier to perform. The rules about the merrymaker really weren't clear to me. The only rules were there was no one could know who the merrymaker was, and a person-sized sign in the shape of the holiday that was being celebrated had to be planted in an area where the merrymaker wanted the holiday's last hurrah to take place. No one had ever known no one had ever known if co-merrymakers existed, but I decided on that rule when Darren Strickland caused Mama to find out about my secret identity. Yes, they did. I stared into his dark eyes, resisting the urge to curl up on my tiptoes and kiss him. Instead, I reached up and mused the longer curls in his dark hair. Stop, he batted me away. Seriously, do you like it where the merrymaker put the sign? I love it, I said, and twisted my shoulders toward the amphitheater. The huge wooden cutout of the decorated Easter egg was placed near it. It's a perfect place to end the festival, and the Mad Fiddlers are playing there too, I reminded him. I hadn't picked the amphitheater as the final hurrah for the festival because Darren's band was playing. Not that I didn't choose the spot for that reason, even though Darren and I had become co-merrymakers, which I suspected was a first after hundreds of years, and I was wildly attracted to him. I wanted his band to be popular. If I had the power to let them be part of the final Easter celebration, I was going to do it. Thank you, he said, his eyes softening under his thick brows. I know you suggested it for me. He leaned in just enough to get my heart racing and my mind believing he was about to kiss me right there in front of everyone. A blood-curdling scream made us jerk apart and look to see who was in desperate need of help. The 7 Easter bunnies scattered in different directions. Make that 6 because the one Mama was standing over, laying flat on his fluffy back, wasn't moving. Colorfully decorated Easter eggs had spilled out of the white basket and were strewn all over the costumed person auditioning for the part. Mama brought her hands up over her mouth and screamed, "The Easter Bunny is dead!" That's the end of chapter 1. I'm not a very good reader out loud, so I don't know if y'all heard all of that. But so Rowena is next to me. She was like sucking on my clothes. So she is. Where is she? I can't go. There she is. There she is. She's sleeping next to me now. So that is chapter 1. I wish I could read a little bit better. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I have really, really been loving this series. I mean, I really do. They're very quick. People ask me all the time what made you want to write this series. Well, the series wasn't initially for publication. So I write the daily serial for my Patreon group. And I love to read books set in the holiday. And so I'm like, oh, I'll just start writing a series for my Patreons. And it got really, really exciting. So I decided that this is really fun. Now, I've loved having Violet kind of redeem herself. Writing May in was a whole lot of fun. When she came to see Violet and Millie Kay in New Year's Nuisance. So I really, really, really enjoy writing Violet. There's a lot that's going into that series, and it's just really a lot of fun. So, and really, I'm writing it for me. So, and I really write all the books for me, but I know everybody, like Mae West and the Camper series, has just kind of like taken a life of its own. It has its own following. It has its own everything. And I had gotten an email from a production company, which we all know. I've been very transparent with you guys about the interest in the series. And so, one in particular, let's see what they had, I'll look for it. Oh, hold on. So their exact words were, let me find it. See, now I can't hardly find it. That they feel like the Camper and Criminals series is a potential breakout production like Schitt's Creek. So that series has just really kind of taken a life of its own. And it's like a train. Like there's no way I can stop it. I mean, it is rolling. And we're great. We're great at that. And I'm excited for all of the stuff it's getting, all of the attention and all of the you know conversations I'm having with these producers. I don't know where that's going to go, but that's kind of like its own thing. So when I write it, it's a little different now than when it was when I first started writing it. And I know those characters so well. Jeannie said that'd be awesome if it was made into a TV show. So yeah, so actually that's what they're looking at, is a show, not a movie or anything like that. So, but we don't know where that's going to go. But I knew that Violet really did deserve to be. I made her kind of awful in that series, and she was saying in my head all those nights, give me my own, give me my own, get me out of normal. So that's how she got her own. I really wanted to write her, and I wanted to write that for myself and my Patreons. And they're short, they're like 50,000 words, they're not that long, and they're just so much fun. So as we got like 7 or 8 more minutes, or 13 more minutes. And don't forget, we're doing the fun giveaway at the end, which is the Big Chunky Monkey book. And this, I was going to show you guys. Did I not bring it out? Oh yeah. Also, I'm giving away, where'd it go? I thought I had it in here. I'm giving away a copy of the a copy of the cookbook. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. So I'm giving a copy away of the cookbook, but the thing that I was going to say is that let's see, Camper Cookbook, Tanya Kappas. We had actually printed it off for my Patreon group to give them, because they get all the books. And so what happened was that I got them in recently, and interestingly enough, we have, at the beginning, we have all the recipes, and they're like in like different categories, like different things. So here's the copy, here it is. And so it is so cute, but we left off the actual page number. So I'm like, if you want to make, like a foil campfire nacho or whatever, it's on page 149. There's like no page number. So you don't know what page number 149 is. And so I was like, I've got all of these camper books, and I don't want to send them to people like for, like Patreon or if you purchased one. So I'm going to be giving one of those away tonight as well. So if you leave a comment, you will be entered into that. If there's any questions, I'm going to quickly go through here and see where we left off. There's a bunch of questions. I love that. Let's see. I am reading Mother's Day Murder right now. I love the series. Thank you, beautiful friend. I appreciate that. Cindy likes the series as well. Now I want chocolate cake. I know. Me too. Rowena. Yes. Oh, look at her. Hi. She's like, hi, mama. So she had a lot of fun this weekend with my niece stayed here. Sounds good. Rowena, have fun. I've got to go. Thank you so much, Kathleen. I know she's photo bombing. There's Rhoda. Look her. She looks tired. She got me up at like 5. Cajun Peaches, you should narrate the audiobooks. Oh my gosh, I could never do that. I mess up so many times and I'm not able to do all of those crazy accents. Hello, Lee. How are you tonight? I'm so glad that you like it, Carol. I really am. Bad Time Scream. I love the series. Thank you, Angie. Kate said, wow. So yeah, Kate, I gave Kate's a Patreon. Rowena's purring really loud. So when I was with her and her fun sister, then I also gave her the book. So, Kate, you don't have page numbers in it. I did not know that until after I gave it to you. So we can get you another one if you want. So good. Thank you, Michelle. See you in Patreon. Thank you so much. I know it's so fun. Another cliffhanger, right? Tanya, you read the book one. Thank you. I get all messed up. Love the series. And by the way, Angie, I'll see you at 6:30 in the morning when I'm going to do my coffee chat in our Patreon. Nice book. Thank you, Catherine. Yes, I read great. That's so funny. It was great. Can't wait to read it. Thanks, Jennifer. I love seeing you here. You can read another chapter. We won't mind at all. I know. Marilyn says, wow, Marilyn, your cup is coming. So good. I love Violet and her mama. I know, aren't they fun? And then Stephanie says, all right, Winnie, you did a great job. Read the chapter. I know. Look at her. She's a fun little girl, isn't she? Thank you so much. Any questions that we have here? It's been fun seeing another side of Violet. Isn't that the truth, Lauren? Lauren, how are you feeling? How are you feeling, girl? Also in our Patreon group, Lauren is in there and we all Zoom together once a month and we all support each other. We all know and we're all having some kind of surgery or something. So our friend Lauren had a surgery and we have all been asking about it in Patreon. And Frederica's in there as well. She loved listening. I know, Frederica, it takes a little bit longer to get your books over the pond, but they're all coming. I just ordered the New Year's Nuisance, and I ordered Zoning Zip Lines and Zoning Zealots and Zip Lines. You read well, only you can read it out loud the way you intend for it to be understood. Her mama is a real piece of work. She says, I never forget the year my dad spread cotton balls over the yard Easter morning when Tomella said he had shot. That's hysterical. It's been seeing, yeah. So she's been really fun to write. I have loved getting to see her more and more and more. Wouldn't it be fun to live in Holiday Junction? Yes. And people always say to me, so the first book, you don't really get the Southern, right? And that's really my stick is the Southern thing. And so a lot of people are like, well, I don't know. This is just a different style. And I said, well, it's just an introduction to the new book, but the Southern's coming. It's just not in that very first book. So when her mama gets there in Mother's Day Murder, and so she really kind of takes the show. So I love that. I would love for the Camper series to be on TV. Thank you, Angie. Isn't that funny? It's hilarious. So yeah, so there's a lot going on behind the scenes right now with that. A lot of things I can't say, a lot of things that we don't know how that's going to go, but it's good for the book. It's good for the series. First and foremost, I'm a writer, not a screenwriter, so I wouldn't be doing any of that. So I don't know what all that takes, and it's not just the Camper series. There's a lot of interest in the Killer Coffee series. They love Roxy. A lot of people Actually, one television network has all my books that they're looking at. So all the series, except for the paranormal. They do have Kenny Lowry, but not June Hill, which June Hill's getting another book this year too. As a matter of fact, I'm writing a novella that everyone's going to get for free with June Hill as a mom and Orrin as growing up and Petunia's son. So I wrote 5,000 words on that today. So that's been really fun getting back into that series. Angie said she can't wait for the cookbook. Love the camper series. And Cheryl said she is also excited for the cookbook. And as you know, Cheryl's little sweet puppy, which I'm going to post this picture now. Cheryl doesn't know this yet. And I haven't asked her, but I'm going to ask Cheryl if I can steal this picture of her sweet Paisley, who is over the Rainbow Bridge, but also Cheryl has, where is it? Oh, I don't know where it's at. It's the one, I thought I had saved it. Maybe I haven't saved it yet, but it was the one with Miss Paisley and her Easter bunny ears. And she is described in our book. Miss Paisley is the mayor of Holiday Junction, and I can't find it, but I was going to add it. But Miss Paisley always wore those cute little Easter ears. So when I went to write her into this new book, Chocolate Bunny Betrayal, I was on Cheryl's Facebook page looking at it and describing our sweet, sweet Paisley. But we have Poppy now, so maybe we need to put Poppy in there as a sister. You never know. So yeah, so that was fun. So anyways, Carrie says, do you sell the cookbook? Actually, we do sell them on Amazon, and they have the numbers in them now. So here is the link to the cookbook. It's a big old link. So that is the link there, Miss Carrie. Let's see. Hey Joyce, you ought to, oh my gosh, Joyce, I'll just bring one down the hill from you. Anyways, Joyce, we moved. I don't see no lights down the hill. You up? Eddie got a hot tub today. So that's what he's doing. He's outside. He's got the lights on underneath of the house, the little party lights, putting in his hot tub. It ain't a big hot tub, just a little two-person hot tub, but he's always wanted a hot tub, so he got him a hot tub. Darcy, you're here. Hello. I miss the group so much. We miss you so much. I know you're working really hard. Anyways, Joyce, I'll drop a cookbook off to you tomorrow on my way out. I got to do some errands, so I'll drop it off at your house. Thank you, Cheryl. I love our Patreon Zooms too. And are there any other questions? Let's see, Bitsy Brown Mincer. Oh my goodness, that name, Betsy Brown. Betsy Brown Mincer. That sounds like a character's name. I have 4 of your books on hold. Too many readers. Oh, at the library. Oh, Betsy, which books do you have on hold? I love your name. I didn't have the Patreon Zoom yet, and I wonder how I missed them. You might not. I think you're newer to the Patreon. I don't know, because you've been there for a couple of months. Well, the next one is on the 29th of March. So, Millie Kate is a force to be reckoned with. How exciting, says Cindy. Thank you so much. I'm reading the June Hill series now, almost done, and it's so good. It's been so much fun. I love the Charm series. Thank you. And it's also being recorded in audio, the very last ones I had written, but we're getting a brand new one this year. So can't wait to read the novella. Hey, Kristen, what's up? What's up? Let's see the bunny ear is one of the last few pictures that she took. Well, that's the one that I wrote into the book. So here again is the link if you wanted to check out the book. How long does it take you to get? How long do you get the book to audiobook? So a lot of people, Charlene, like will send their book like quickly to audio, but my audio, like it depends on, like the camper series is I actually have a traditional publishing audio company that produce those. And so they it's on their time, it's on contract. So they have to give me like the contract to the book. So all the books up to now are contracted. And so then they'll send me another contract. But if they don't contract them, the next one, it's okay because the narrator they use does not do self-published authors. She only works for them exclusively, but she did contact me and she said, if you stop working with the audio producer and don't sign more contracts, I will work for you because I love the characters so, so much. So, normally what'll happen is I finish a book and then they get the final copy and when the narrator can get those in. So like for this series, they're working on New Year's Nuisance right now. And so as she records them, I gave them to my Patreons to let them hear it first. So we're in the process of recording that. And then she'll get she's already gotten the script for the Chocolate Bunny Betrayal because it's already written. And so that narrator will get that. So I usually get them done about 6 weeks after the final book is released. So you guys, Jennifer wants to know if I'm in my camper. I am in my camper. Me and Miss Rowena are in the camper. Here we are. We had to move it because the Amish are starting Eddie's little barn. So that's another thing, Joyce, if you're still on here, we got the Amish people building the barn up here. So come see me. Joyce is my neighbor. Let's see. What time tomorrow morning? I'll probably record it at 6:30 or something, so you'll get it somewhere near that. So, but don't wake up. It's not going to be live. I'm going to record it like I do our stuff on every first of each month. You should come to Florida for our reading festival. I was just in Florida with our friend Kate at a book signing all weekend long. I was just there. It was beautiful weather. I love the audio books, Tammy, very, very much. So me too. Hey, Ro. So I'm really fancy. So how I pick a winner for our good, awesome giveaway is I will just scroll up and whatever I land on is what I land on. Who did I land on? Jeannie Huffman, you won the prize. You won the cookbook in print. You won the Big Chunky Monkey 3-book print. You won a new Tanya Kappas bag. And you won the bag of swag and books from the conference that I was just at in Florida that I sponsored. So I know I have your mailing address, but if you wouldn't mind messaging me the mailing address just in case, although I'm sure I have it. So if you wouldn't mind doing that for me, that would be awesome. All right, you guys, I am getting off here. I'm going to go see what mess Eddie is making. And I'm going to go watch a little TV or read. What are you guys reading? I'd love to know. Friday, I'll make a post on what you're reading on the weekend. So you guys, I love y'all to death. I hope you had fun listening to chapter 1 of Chocolate Bunny Betrayal. It is so much fun. And I wish you all a good night. And thank you everyone on YouTube and also on Facebook. I love you all. Good night.